Hello and welcome to day 3 of our lunch challenge. And today we are going to be doing a lovely citrusy, cheesy rice salad. But before we get there, today I'd like to talk more about nutritional synergism, which is a term that Dr. Patrick Cullen used, and it's one that really resonated with me. I'd like to just read it just so that I don't miss anything. So please forgive me for not looking. I never do. I always seem to be looking at myself. So I'm going to try and look at you. Please forgive me that I'll be reading. So nutritional synergism alludes to the notion that the combined efforts of certain factors yield more than what would have been expected. And in this case, we are looking at nutrition, of course. So he says there's no one nutrient fits all, or that one nutrient is going to make us better. There's no magic bullet. There's no magic formula of nutrition. Our bodies are designed in such a way that we need as many nutritional factors as possible. There are the essential nutrients that we need almost on a daily basis, and then there's the valuable nutritional factors that also come in. Many people get frustrated with me when I continually speak about trying to make sure that your food is organic as possible, as often as possible, especially your fruit and vegetables, that it is fresh, and that you try and stay away from artificial flavorings, colorings, and preservatives. There are natural preservatives that we all use, and I know I've spoken about that before, but I can't say it enough. This is a huge thing about our health. And I know for a fact, on the days when I am not as good at my food and eating, I have lower energy, my bones ache far more. I know I'm sick on those days, if that makes sense. Every compressed fracture, I feel it. I don't sleep as well. And by not sleeping as well means that I'm not as energized. I can't get work done. Normally, I have half a day and that's it. I'm finished for the day. But when I'm really good about the nutrition and doing what I'm meant to do, exercise-wise and sleep-wise and the whole lot, I am able to function far better during the day, and then I sleep far better at night. So that is nutritional synergism. It is, of course, in your PDF, so you will be able to read up more. I don't know, I think I stumbled quite a lot and maybe have not explained it very well. I also mentioned in the first day's video about trying to do a herb a day. That, if you know me, and I think all of you do, you know that I'm passionate about herbs, and I'm passionate about the benefits they have for our body. And the thing about herbs is if they are used fresh, they're even better. But there's nothing wrong with dried. I'm definitely not saying that. But fresh, it's just straight from the ground. There's no other factors that could have come into play in the drying of it. If we know that they're organically dried, in other words, if they are dried in sheds and so on, they're not dried in ovens, etc. Drying in ovens, it loses a lot of its nutrition, whereas free drying, if you like, air drying, it keeps the nutrition in. Anyway, I'm getting sidetracked. Today, the herb used, the first day we used garlic. Yesterday's one, day 2, we used, what did we use? We used mint. It was the mint there, and then today we've got rosemary. Rosemary is my second favorite herb. My first favorite is thyme, and I will be using that as well. But the reason rosemary for me is so special is that it has anti-inflammatory properties. It also has immune boosting properties, and of course, it does help with the memory. And the amounts that we eat while in food, it's not as if suddenly all of these things are like magically happening. But the daily intake of a normal amount of these fresh herbs will help bring down our inflammation markers, will help increase our immune system, our immune, what do you call it? Immune system being able to ward off various diseases, or us getting over those diseases quicker. You know, people who are not as well, they can have a cold for 2-3 weeks. Whereas if you help your immune system, it takes less time. Not forgetting that there are people who have compromised immune systems, and they do need extra help. But one of the ways that extra help comes in is through nutrition. Right, enough rambling of that. Just want to make sure I've included everything. I have. So the salad today is a rice salad, a citrusy, cheesy rice salad. I absolutely love it. It is refreshing, it is filling, and it is full of nutrition. So I'm going to say bon appetit and enjoy today's recipe. It's a Saturday today, so you have the time. You can make a bowl instead of trying to pack it. If you do work on a Saturday, I would suggest that you package it in glass. I just find that plastic things can sometimes make it mushy. But if you've got an airtight lock, what do you call it, container, that's also different. Do what you need to do to make it work for you. Thank you so much for today, and we'll see you again tomorrow. Right, so today, day 3 of our lunch challenge, we are going to be making a rice lunch. So it's a rice bowl, really, because it's got the basmati rice. The reason why I suggest basmati is it is less gluten than other forms of rice. If you prefer the whole wheat, what do you call it, whole grain or brown rice or wild rice, absolutely use those. But I would suggest that if you're going to use a white rice, try and stick with basmati. So we've got the rice, the chickpeas, tomatoes, cucumber. Our herb today is going to be rosemary. This is a lime. I'll show you when we open it. 1 lime, 1 clove of garlic. Did I show you the onion? And half a round of feta, some honey. Then for the dressing is going to be with the lime, the honey, olive oil, salt and pepper. Stick around while I cut everything up, and then we will prepare it. Okay, so everything has been cut up. The chickpeas, which were tinned chickpeas, I have rinsed them. One of the reasons for rinsing is you get rid of all the little shells that are loose, and also all the brown water is removed. So you've just got again the chickpeas. The rice, as I said, which is basmati rice. In here is the lime. See that lovely green color? The lime, the honey, and the olive oil. Now, if you don't have lime, that's fine. Use lemon. Or if you like, you can use orange juice. If you use orange juice, skip the honey, because of course the orange juice is a lovely sweet in itself. So we start, there's the rice ready. We throw over that the lime mixture, and we give that a good mix. Mix all those flavors in there. Now this rice was cooked yesterday because I had rice for supper. Okay, so it's really cold. Now to that, you're going to add your tomatoes. Again, I prefer them whole. If you are not afraid of a little bit of juice coming into your salad, you're welcome to cut them up. It really is up to you. You can use cherry tomatoes, or you can use a whole jam tomato or a round tomato and cut it up. It's totally up to you. But I really do prefer my tomatoes whole. And then we're going to add the cucumber. The onion. The garlic. And once again with the garlic, as I told you before, I like it chopped because I love tasting the garlic in my mouth. But if you want to grate it or crush it in a garlic crusher, that really is up to you. It's just a clove of garlic. Give that all a good mix. Let that lime infusion mix over everything or incorporate everything. From there, we add the chickpeas and the rosemary. Now, rosemary is my second best herb for culinary purposes. It gives a lovely savory flavor to the food, but on top of that, it has health benefits of reducing inflammation, which with multiple myeloma is very needed. With most autoimmunes, you need as the anti-inflammatory, and also if you your immune system is compromised, rosemary helps with that as well. Not forgetting that it can add to the memory, but not in this little bit here. It's just adding the herb to as many of your meals as possible will of course be to your benefit. And then, last but not least, I put in the feta. This one I kept in squares, I did not crumble it. And that's just because I want to be able to taste it with the chickpeas. I don't want it just to be an afterthought flavor. From that, I'll need to just wipe my hands quickly. They're dry. And now we add some salt to taste. I'm a salt freak, but it's up to you how much salt, if any, you put in. You might just want the lime or lemon juice to be your salty flavoring. And of course, my favorite, black pepper. Not forgetting that black pepper is also an anti-inflammatory. Another reason why I love it so much. Give it a final mix. And if you want to be fancy, because why not? Because you've got your lunch, and of course today is Saturday, so you might want to put a sprig of parsley on it, or a little bit of extra rosemary if you've got fresh rosemary. If you don't want rosemary in here, you can also put oregano. It's another lovely herb for a rice salad. And that's it. Bon appetit.